So for Quick Tip Tuesday this week, we talked about exercises and exercise selection, more so the way we do the exercise and how that could prevent soreness in season. So what we're focusing on this week is the concentric portion of the lift. We're using the bicep for example. The concentric portion of the motion, where the muscle action will be the hand coming towards the shoulder. So the muscle shortening. So that's what we're working on in these exercises. Usually if we're lengthening the muscle in a slow manner, that's going to cause more DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, and that's what by its name obviously causes soreness. So one of the ways we avoid that in season is just focusing on the concentric motion. We're going to use a few examples today, by no means cover everything, but just a few examples so you kind of get the idea about how we would do that. So for the first one, using a deadlift is a great exercise to continue like a full body strength, especially lower body, and work on developing power. We can go heavier with it, and by dropping the weight instead of like trying to control it down at all, then we eliminate the eccentric portion. So we're just working on the concentric portion. So we're going to go here, normal stance, shoulders back and down, normal deadlift position, fire up. Still want to try to get some speed on the way up if we're not going too heavy, and then I'm literally going to just drop the weight. So I'm going to repeat that, and that way I can still work on some volume, or go heavier, go less reps and go heavier as we go throughout the season. We're trying to keep that max strength up, and we're not going to be too sore from that. Another example would be for upper body, would be a landmine rotational shoulder press. So for that, we're just going to start here. We're going to load the back hip, fire up with the arm, push the arm up, and then we can even use two hands to lower back down if we want to be extra careful or really worried about just power output. So here, low, fire as fast as I can. You can use the other hand to bring it down, and then when you're done, just lower back down to the ground. But that way, again, we're using really full body. But if we're looking at like a rotational chest press motion, which would be really good to do in season, we are just doing the concentric version of that. For another lower body example would be a step up. We do a lot of step ups in the off season where we worry about, or a pistol squat, where we worry more about the eccentric portion and controlling our body on the way down. Here we're going to do the opposite. We're going to drift forwards, all the weight is on the front leg, and then I want to push just with my front leg, bring the knee up or not, doesn't really matter, and then I'm just going to kind of do a controlled fall on the way down. So you can see my heel still stays on the platform here, so I'm not coming down and rocking towards my toe, but I'm also not really trying to like control the movement. So again, rock forward, all the way to my front leg, lift up, control fall on the way down. Last example, we can use a kettlebell for a row. Get set up in position, and this bench is a really good height where I can hold on to the kettlebell and I'm still in a good row position. I'm not at a disadvantage with the arm all the way down here, where I potentially use my low back instead of where we're trying to isolate more like mid back, mid trap, low trap area and lat for the row. So I'm in a really good position here. I can start with my shoulder blade just slightly protracted or reaching out, fire up, and just kind of let the dumbbell again fall. So same idea as with the step up. It's like a controlled fall. We're not just dropping the weight like we did in the trap bar deadlift, but we're also not having it, we don't have any kind of tempo all the way down. So again here, get a good position, feel the shoulder blade pull down towards my hip, fast on the way up, control on the way down. Oh, sorry, just let it fall on the way down. So that should give you an example of a few different ways where we can keep doing the same exercises and just modify them to where we're focusing on the concentric motion of it and not the eccentric or the isometric at the bottom. And that should keep the soreness down in season.